And welcome back to the Power Accountability League. I'm your pal Dan L. This is my channel. I might be related to Cal L. And the name of today's video is Pro-Life and Pro-Choice. Now, I know what you're thinking. Probably should separate those into separate videos because they're big topics. I'm kind of lazy right now. We're going to combine them. I'm sure I will dissect them further in future videos. But for this one, it's pro-life and pro-choice. Do we know what the stats are on the public's opinion? I don't trust. I worked for a polling company more than a decade ago. I don't trust polling companies to accurately reflect how Americans feel. My gut tells me I'd like it to be at least 50-50. It's not. My gut tells me it's probably 80% of pro-choice, 20% of pro-life. What do I consider myself? Well, I don't. I'm like George Carlin. I don't like the way we've tortured the language in the United States of America. I don't consider myself pro-life or pro-choice. I have a better way of describing my feelings on the topic of abortion. I am pro-innocent and anti-guilty. What does that mean? I mean, if a embryonic fetus has not been born, hasn't had a chance to do a lot of terrible things justifying killing it. So you're killing the innocent, defenseless innocent. I have a problem killing the defenseless innocent. Now you might be saying, well, good, I'm pro-life. I agree with that. Okay, well, we're going to get to the whole pro-life because if you're pro-life, that means when someone's 60 years old and they've murdered 3 children, you're probably going to, be one of those idiots who's like, yeah, don't kill this person. That's why I don't say pro-life, but we'll get to that topic. First, we're going to talk about pro-choice. You're probably thinking, some of you, I'm pro-choice. I'm for a woman's right to choose. I'm pro-woman. I care about women. Really. So we know that children can survive outside the womb in the third trimester. How do we know? Women have accidents, car accidents, fall down the stairs. They go to the emergency room. The doctor performs a C-section, removes the fetus from her belly, it's called a preemie. They put it in the intensive care unit and they save the child's life. So children can, with the help of medical science, advanced science, they can survive outside of the womb in the third trimester. So if you go in and abort a third trimester child, and there's states where there's one state, I think North Carolina says, after the child's born, you can kill it, and they call it abortion. I'm thinking at that point, it's just murder. But that's why I say, if you want to protect women, if you care about women, I don't want to harm women. Women are priority one in my lifestyle. Well, if that's true, and you have a fetus which is female, you've just murdered a defenseless, innocent female in the third trimester. Now, we could talk about second trimester and first trimester. We'll do that in a future video. Right now, we know scientifically, maybe not all, but fetuses can survive outside of the womb in the third trimester. So all you pro-women, pro-choice people, you are for murdering defenseless, innocent young females. So it's really not about it's not that's this is a big deal because what people say they're for, when you dig down deep, you're like, nah, they're not really for that. Because even when you explain it to them, when you say, well, in your effort to protect a woman's right to choose, you're killing young women, very, very young, fetus women, or fetus girls, whatever, fetus females. There we go. That's a little bit better. Fetus females. Um, so now, me, as I said, I am pro defenseless. If you're defenseless and innocent, you should not be aborted. You should not be murdered. It's not right. It's morally wrong. Now, if you're a 50-year-old guy or gal and you've murdered children, let's say a whole bunch of children, let's say your name is John Wayne Gacy, or maybe you're Jane Wayne Gacy, if there's such a thing. But if you are someone who's, adult and you've been an adult, forget that, just an adult. Once you're 18, if you've done horrific things, I mean, and I'm not just talking about to humans, you could do horrific things to non-humans too, but let's say you've killed a bunch of people. Guess what? I'm not pro-life. I'm anti-guilty. That's why I don't like the term pro-life, because pro-life puts forward the narrative that you care about life. I don't. I don't. I don't care about life, at least when it comes to human beings. I don't care about your life unless you've earned the right to be respected and have that life protected. If you have earned the right to be murdered by the society you live in, I'm okay with that. If you've done, like I said, if you're 40 years old and you've kidnapped 2 9-year-old girls and tortured them to death out in the woods somewhere, guess what? I'm not pro-life for you. I am anti-guilty. That means I want you to go away. You had your chance to show that your life was worth something and we should preserve it. But if you're a 40-year-old, whether you're male or female, and you kidnapped a couple of children or just one child or whatever, and you tortured that person to death, you should die. That should be the penalty. And I realize I live in a society where amazingly, especially well-educated people, people who've had a very easy life, people who've had a charmed life, people who are intelligent, well-educated, led a charmed life. Their attitude is there's nothing it's ironic. These are the same people who say, God, everyone in this country is Adolf Hitler. If you break down their argument, they don't think Adolf Hitler should have been and he wasn't. Adolf Hitler committed suicide. But if Adolf Hitler had survived, they would argue you shouldn't kill him because the state doesn't have the right to kill anyone. Not Adolf Hitler, not Caligula, not Joseph Stalin, not Chairman Mao, not Jack the Ripper, not Jeffrey Dahmer, not Charles Manson, not Robert Hansen, not John Wayne Gacy, not Ted Bundy. The state doesn't have the right to kill anyone. Baloney. I don't agree with that at all. If you've made it clear that you are a danger to society, guess what? You have to go. And if you're an unborn fetus, you haven't done anything worthy of the death penalty. So, so that's our little video today on pro-life and pro-choice. This video is thankfully, amazingly, it's a big topic. I'm going to make it a short video, but that's where I stand. I'm not pro-life. I'm not pro-choice. I am pro-defenseless innocent and anti-guilty. Especially if you're someone who keeps getting in trouble, if you keep going to prison over and over, this is the biggest thing that bothers me in our society, and I think probably in many, but especially in the USA, people just keep going back to prison over and over again. Why are we doing that? Either A, don't let them out, but then it's expensive for the taxpayer, or B, my solution, if you keep committing felonies, you have to go away permanently, never to be seen again. And you might be thinking, well, does that make society better? Yes, it does. Well, you're not going to bring back the people that they murdered. No, but you're going to prevent that person from murdering future people, or to put it in a better way, you may not bring back, you may not save the lives of those they've already murdered, but the people they would have murdered in the future, those lives have been saved. And even if they, so that's my logic. I'm not here when we put someone to death in the United States of America. It's not because we're trying to resurrect the people who've already been the victims of the serial killer. We're doing it because the serial killer has made it clear that they're going to continue with their behavior, and the only way to stop that behavior and protect other people they're going to come in contact with is to kill them. And I shouldn't say, I dislike the way we get rid of them. The whole soft lethal injection, very, very gentle way. I mean, we swab their arm. Why do we do that? And they have all these rights when they're on death row and when they're being put to death. I'm like, no, let's go back to the Roman. Let's crucify them. Let's hang them. And my point is, if you were someone convicted of doing despicable things to other people, and that's how they died, you torture them to death, shouldn't you get at least what you did to other people? In my opinion, the answer is yes. I think it's logical. I think it's rational. I think it's reasoned, because it not only does it get rid of this cancer in society, it sends a message to other violent psychopaths: don't be like this person, because you're going to end up hanging from a rope or being nailed to a cross or whatever death penalty solution we come up with. I don't like lethal injection. It's really, really too easy for the people these aren't people who lost their way, people who might have made a mistake. No, that's not what we're talking about here. So making a mistake is 2 + 2 = 7, and then you have the eraser on your pencil, you erase it and you write down the correct number. That's a mistake in correcting a mistake. People who are on death row are not people who made a boo-boo or who were falsely convicted. I get it. 1 out of every 1,000, I don't know what the number is, but on a rare occasion you might have well, I don't know. Is there an example? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Sorry. I don't believe in the theory that just because the judicial system is not perfect, no one should ever be put to death. I'm sorry, if we have video, if some psychopath actually made videos of himself or herself torturing people to death, well, we got the video. You can't tell me, well, maybe they're innocent. No, they made a video of it. And don't tell me that doesn't happen. We know that happens. Anyway, that was today's video. And thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you back here in the future. And have a good day. And remember that the defenseless innocent, they deserve compassion. And when you've made it clear to society that you are not worthy of compassion because all you have is cruelty for this world, well, I'll let you decide what you think is fair. I know how I feel, and now you know. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.